Surprise, surprise. According to CD Projekt Red, it's looking like The Witcher 4 will be a feminist tale. No heckin' way. Never would have guessed that. Not in current day. No, we don't see feminist stories in current day. Yes. Oh, wait, but just because Siri is the main lead doesn't mean it's going to be a feminist story. It is. This is going to be tackling sexism in the medieval world. I don't know if my voice sounds weird. Probably does. I've been sick over the Christmas holiday, so just bear with me. I'm doing my best. But anyway, so they said here that CD Projekt Red claims The Witcher 4 will tackle a woman's struggle in a medieval world. Here is Ciri, who is just not even your normal woman, right? So this is kind of annoying on multiple levels, right? So first of all, it's a video game, and I for one, and I know a number of others, are sick and tired of these real world politics and feminism, activism, this, that, and the other that they keep trying to insert into these games. I'm over it. I don't want it. I wouldn't have been playing this anyway, but I digress. Don't want it. But yet here we are with them shoehorning this stuff in all these games. And for who? Who are they doing this for? Because this is the thing, is they're going to try and pretend like they're wanting to appeal to women and doing this, that, and the other. But the primary base is male, and the primary base will stay male. It's always how it is. All they're going to do is push away some of their primary base, and they're going to sell less, and then they're going to blame it on misogyny when it does not perform as well. So, and also this is kind of preemptive because it's like, okay, they know they're going to get some backlash for a female Witcher, which Ciri already had her own abilities and being part elf or whatever her lore is. It's like, she didn't have to become a Witcher. And Witchers can only be males. Only males can be Witchers. So look at, like, you see my background. I have a Claymore box set, right? Claymores can only be females. It's like, whenever they establish this stuff in lore, why? Like, why do you change this stuff to, and then they're going to try to jump through some loopholes to like make it make sense or whatever. But yeah, anyway. So this comes to us from that Park Place. This is The Witcher 4 directors claim that using Ciri as their main protagonist will allow the team to explore the specific struggle of a female monster hunter in the medieval world. We're gonna finally get a first-hand look at what female monster hunters went through in the medieval world. What the sexism. Maybe I'm more interested in seeing how one would fight monsters personally than them dealing with sexism. I mean, that's just me, but okay. But is medieval sexism something anyone was asking for in a fantasy RPG game heading into 2025? Exactly. It's like, are you really that bored? Are you really that tired? You don't have that much material that you've really got to do that, right? I just don't even understand with how much this like activism and woke stuff has been tanking. Why? What are they thinking? Ever since CD Projekt Red announced that Ciri would star in The Witcher 4, there have been questions and concerns raised. Some corners of the web erupted with outrage at yet another female protagonist replacing a beloved male hero. Others are asking thoughtful questions about lore and whether Ciri's abilities and backgrounds even fit the concept of being a Witcher at all, or even if she could have been one because it's like males only. I don't claim to be some super Witcher fan or to understand all the lore and stuff, but like we have just been seeing this in gaming over and over and over, where you take something with a male lead and then you throw that female lead. And I think, people did like Ciri a lot. So it's not necessarily the most egregious thing or the most out of left field thing they could have done by having her lead the next game. But I just don't see this going well as a whole. And I think it's just giving what's going on in the current day with games and all this stuff. It's bad timing. People aren't trusting it. And then especially hearing this, oh, we're going to tackle we're gonna tackle this cases of sexism in medieval days. It's not sounding like it's gonna be that good. All right, so but what's catching the most attention is how the developers of CD Projekt Red have seemingly confirmed they plan to use Ciri's storyline to explore sexism and gender politics in the medieval-inspired world of The Witcher, aka, oh, people who don't like this, we can call them sexist. It's like they already knew. They already knew they were going to get some backlash. So, oh, we're going to make this a story about sexism. So anybody who has a problem with it must be sexist. I'm tired, man. Like, I'm just tired of this bullcrap. This is why I play, like, if you guys saw my last video where I talked about my favorite games I played this year, I like playing remasters. Those remasters are like my favorite because, man, gaming was fun back then. We didn't have to worry about all this crap. Speaking to Eurogamer, game director Sebastian Kalimba and narrative director Philip Weber laid out how, from the start, they saw Ciri as more than a mere side character. That's fine, but yeah. They pointed out that while Geralt was already set in his ways, Ciri, at the outset of The Witcher 4, is at the beginning of her journey as a Witcher. In a way, even though Ciri is, of course, a defined character with her, players will have the opportunity to still define her quite a bit more, Weber said, specifically define the path that she will take on her way to becoming a Witcher, and basically also what kind of person that will make her. The conversation with Eurogamer then turned specifically to questions that centered around the idea of sexism in the world of The Witcher. The outlet asked, the experience of a woman is actively quite a significant theme in The Witcher in a lot of different forms. The women of this world are subjected to a lot of violence. They're heavily sexualized in different ways. There's the kind of deal with the devil that sorceresses have to make where they lose their fertility and so on. Watching the trailer, it seemed to maybe channel this. There's Ciri, a woman trying and failing to save another woman from more of this universe's violence, right? Is that an intentional theme that you were channeling with this with the trailer? And also, is it something you're intentionally looking to explore in the game, in the experience of a woman in particular through Ciri's eyes in this world? I mean, I would say the world of The Witcher is a really dark one. That's really inspired by, of course, dark fantasy folklore, but also medieval to early Renaissance history. And that is a world that was tough for many different groups, women among them. As an example, in The Witcher, we also deal with a lot of racism. Racism when it comes to non-humans. And this is something that we want to keep up with The Witcher 4. I think it's something that has always been really important. We make games for adults, and it also means that we tackle some difficult topics. We tackle them in interesting ways. We tackle them without giving easy answers, but often opening difficult questions that players have to answer. And I think some of those questions might be going in this direction as well, because yeah, Ciri is a woman, and as a Witcher in this world, this is an unusual state. So I don't think it's going to be this story everywhere, but since this is part of this world and we want to tackle so many of those different themes, it's definitely also going to appear there as well. Does this mean that instead of simply showing how Ciri grows into her monster slaying role, CD Projekt Red feels it's important to weave in a story about gender politics? Do most gamers really want that in their dark fantasy? Oh gosh, that's funny. Racism, sexism, racism from other creatures. Here's my thing on this, right? Let's not pretend like, I don't know, I feel like CD Projekt Red here are just trying to, are we going to pretend like their other games weren't degenerate? And is this why they're trying to like fix some of the degeneracy of their past? I don't know. But if they don't want to have degenerate themes in their game, in the next one, there's like, okay, wait a minute. Let's like tone things down a little bit. Dude, then just focus on like the monster elements. Focus on just having like a cool, like, because here's the thing is I don't like games that have like fornication in there. Where it's like, here, romance this character and fornicate with this one and fornicate. Like, I don't know. I think that stuff's degenerate. I don't like it. You can do romance subplots without being degenerate about it, but I don't like. That was why I didn't advance through The Witcher 3 any more than I did. Even at that time, I just was very uncomfortable with those kind of themes, and I've avoided them. So yeah, I wouldn't have wanted to play this anyway. But just saying, like, if you wanted to make another game and you, as a developer, were like, hey, you know, we kind of want to not do that kind of, like, dabble in that as much. Which, honestly, I say this, but they're probably going to do that. Didn't they already say that they were going to add some gay stuff for Siri or something? I don't know. That's the thing, is this is what happens with this crazy woke ideology, is that they try to act like they're correcting stuff. So, like, oh, they're correcting this stuff with the female characters being sexualized, but they're correcting it by sexualizing them in a different way, right? So, oh, okay, let's course correct, and let's make Siri some gay icon instead. Dude, that's just as bad, if not worse. It's still degenerate. It's just like, that's not fixing anything. But okay, we're going to combat sexism in this game as well, because that's going to make us feel a little better about ourselves. It's like, bro, no. I mean, if you want people to take the game a little more serious, and you want to just not have some of the same themes that you did, again, focus on the monster slaying and all that crap. You don't have to have fornication subplots. Like, that doesn't have to even be in the game at all. Okay? But instead, I'm calling it now. They're just going to make it queer. They're just gonna, okay, well, it's all fine and good because Siri can fall in love with a woman. I don't know, apparently in the book, she had some sort of relationship with the woman, but I think it was more of a captor. Like, honestly, and that's what's so crazy, is the queers trying to, oh, she's a queer icon, when I think what it was like her captor was one of those, like, Stockholm syndrome abuser grooming situations, but they want to claim that, which how many people I'm gonna make mad today. And anyway, it's all degenerate. I'll just say that. So I want to pass on this game regardless, but yeah, it's just funny. They're really already telling us what's going to happen, and so we're already going to see, whenever it doesn't perform as well, we're already going to see see males get blamed for that because of misogyny. But anyway, there you have it for this video. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. I'm like recovering from this sickness, so I don't know if I'm going to be live tomorrow, so I normally am every week. Trying my best to recover from this. Has been a pain in the butt, this flu or whatever it is. And I didn't even get it as bad as the rest of my family did, but man, it's just hard to bounce back from it. But anyway, I hope you all had a wonderful Christmas and a happy new year for tomorrow, if you're watching this on the day of upload. Happy New Year's Eve. And if you want me to read the Bible to you, you could check out my Bible channel at Bible Time with Melanie Mac. I'm going to try to upload again. I just don't know if I can read for 20 minutes straight right now. But we'll see. Thank you all again. I'll catch you next time. And in the meantime, go boom.